Hey, what's up guys? It's Retro here, and I'm really excited because here in March, there's going to be the Texas Furry Fiesta, which is the big fur con here in Texas, and I can't wait to go. But before I do, I want to give my fursuit a deep clean. I want to make sure it's nice, presentable. This is something I should be doing regularly, so we're going to go over that together. What I'm hoping is that by the end of this video, you'll have a better understanding of how to deep clean your fursuit, and it'll help you to keep your fursuit looking and smelling better longer. It's going to preserve the life of your fursuit. But before we get into that, make sure to like and subscribe. We're growing our community here on this channel, and I would love to have you. Anyway, guys, let's go over some of the things that we're going to need to clean our fursuit. First and most obvious is going to be our fursuit. It's in that big suitcase luggage dilly. Second is a towel. We're going to be doing this on a towel so we don't get water and stuff all over the floor. Right? Get a towel. Next thing we're going to need is an 8-ounce spray bottle filled with a 50-50 mix of 70% isopropyl alcohol and water. You shake it up. You're good to go on that. Next is one of these metal fiber brushes here. These are how we're going to brush our fursuit. Make sure that this substance gets in nice and deep. And if your fursuit comes with this, not every fursuit does, documentation. Because sometimes there will be notes on upkeep and cleaning. So make sure that you take the time to consult the documentation so that you don't do anything you're really not supposed to. That's important. Lemon Brat here was kind enough to include this with their fursuit. I bought my fursuit used, and the previous owner was of mine to preserve this documentation. So awesome stuff. I have it. So there's a lot. So we're going to start with the head here. Retro has seen better days, and he needs a good scrubbing. We also have the feet, the hands, the arms, and the tail. The tail and the head are going to have very similar methods, so we're going to go ahead and do the head first, and I'll just walk you through the tail very briefly. Then we'll go over the other parts, and we'll go from there. So let's get into it. So, as you can see here, be careful where you grab your fursuit. Don't do what I did, where I grabbed it by the top one day and I popped the stitch. So now his hair is a floopity floop. So first thing you want to do is open up the head. This has a zipper in the back. So what we're going to do here is we're going to flip him upside down like this. I'm going to open it up. And you'll want this well ventilated as best you can. Once we have everything sprayed down, I'm going to turn the fan on, open up the window. But for right now, I just want to go ahead and get started. So open it up. Now you don't want to saturate the inside of the suit. You want to do it very lightly, and you want to take special care not to hit the eyes with the spray. So we're going to get our spray bottle here. I'm going to cover the eyes. Cover the eyes. There we go. There we go. Like I said, we don't want to saturate the inside of the fursuit, but we do want to give it a good once over. Most of this is foam, but there are some padded sections here we want to go ahead and get. Okay, so we got that. Like I said, the rest of this is foam. So for the most part, we won't really need to spray too much on the inside of the suit. Next, what we're going to do is flip him back over, and we're going to spray the outside of the suit. Again, taking special care not to get the eyes. It's kind of like if you've ever been to the barber, you want to very well saturate the suit. Make sure it's wet to the touch. Get the back of the ears here. hair. Very good. Very good. Very good. Okay. We're going to turn him around and we're going to get the front. This is something you want to do before things like a big convention, stuff like that. His face. Again, make sure to cover the eyes. Big old ears, big old satellite dish looking things here. And we have a bit of neck fluff. We want to make sure and get that too. Okay, good. So now he's nice and well soaked. We're gonna put him on the towel here. And we're gonna leave him set for about 5 minutes while we do pretty much the exact same thing to the tail. Flip it over. Awesome. Good. Make sure got everywhere. Okay. Now, just like with the tail, just like with the head, we're going to get the arms. So the arms, I'm just going to go ahead, because we're running out of space on the towel. I'm going to go ahead and set these across from me here. If you can't really see them, you don't need to. They're straight lines. You want to get both sides of both arms. One. Two. Good. Same with the hand paws. Both sides. Both paws. And again, I don't have a lot of room on the towel here, so we're going to kind of have to deal with it. Now, the feet paws are going to be a little bit different. They got leather here, and as you can see, the bottom of it could use some going over. We're going to spray this down, go over it with a paper towel, brush it, make sure the beans look nice and pristine. Everybody likes a pristine bean. One. Two. Biggity bam. All right. So, got everything sprayed down. And it does smell very alcohol-y. So now, we're going to let that sit for about 5 minutes. And we're going to brush it. I'll be right back. We're back. I opened up the window. Got the fan going. Got the AC going. Ventilation, everybody. Mazel tov. All right. So, we're going to start brushing. And this is something you will likely need to do repeatedly so that your suit can air dry correctly and successfully. So I'm hanging up some of the parts here so that they're not clumped together, that they have an easier time drying out. So we're going to go ahead and start with, just like last time, the head and the tail. So what you want to do is you'll get one of these wire brushes here. I got this from Fursuit Supplies. I bought some Fursuit spray and they went ahead and included this little brush here. Very cool of them. So when you use it, you don't want to hammer grip and pull down. You want to hold it politely and go up with the fur. Try to go whichever the direction the fur is going, because you don't want to rip the fur out. You don't want bald spots in your suit. It's counterintuitive to the whole idea, right? So, like this here, I'm gonna have the direction here, very politely, quite gingerly. Now, Retro doesn't have a lot of long faux fur like this. He has a very woolly, almost, surface, but I do still want to, again, quite politely, quite lightly, brush, 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 brush. Very good. And I would recommend going through this process about every 5 minutes until the suit has successfully air dried, until it is dry to the touch. Brushing makes quite the difference. It'll help your fursuit look its best and dry successfully, so we don't get any, I won't say mildew or anything. The alcohol in the spray that we used, the isopropyl alcohol, will aid in the drying process. So it will air dry a little bit quicker than if you had just done it with water, but we're gonna still need to brush it just so we can make sure it's drying properly. So, getting the neck fur down here, getting his, I don't know, I guess you want to call them sideburns. And again, this won't take too long. You just want to make sure it's done, so. And trust me, this will make all the difference. This will help you preserve and prolong the life of your fursuit. And again, keep you looking your best. No one wants to be the guy at the fur con with the frumpy fursuit. Excuse me. I had Dr. Pepper. Ear fluff. The other ear fluff. And be careful how you pack your fursuit. I took Retro out of the luggage here, and his ears were crumpled up a little bit. Be careful how you store it. Make sure you have the adequate storage for it. And, you know, like I said, just be careful. Because if left for long enough like that, it will be difficult to get it back to the correct shape. Retro will probably be fine, especially since we're doing a deep clean. The moisture will allow it to help reclaim its original shape. So we'll have a bit of an easier time with it. Be careful when grabbing your suit. You don't want to pop stitches. Easy. There we go. Okay, this is good. It's all of his neck fluff, I swear. This is what I figure would be the hardest part, is all this neck fluff here, because this can get sweaty easily. I'm not a person who sweats a whole lot, so I don't need to do this terribly often, but I wanted to take this opportunity, since I had the time and the resources, to go ahead and just do a nice deep clean, because I want to wear this suit again. I want to keep wearing this suit for a long time. Fursuits are very expensive. And maybe I want to make some fursuit videos here soon. So, you know, make sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss it. Yeah. All right. So that looks good. We're going to let that sit just a little bit. Very good. All right. Very nice. Next, we get the tail. Again, politely push. Quite politely, because should have taken the belt off, but I didn't. So politely, most politely. You have to flip it over to the other side as well. Oh, this looks so nice. It's already looking several times better. Oh, I'm glad I did this. I haven't had an opportunity to wear this with my Kigu that I bought yet. So, might be doing a photo shoot soon for things like thumbnails and stuff like that, social media, all that fun stuff. Sometimes it's fun just to take pictures in your fursuit. You know what I mean? Fursuits are fun. They're not always supposed to be paraded around at conventions. Sometimes you just gotta dress up like an animal and be silly for a little bit. You know, sometimes that's good for you. Alright, that's the tail. Very nice. We're going to go ahead and start on our arm here. Ooh. Politely. We're not pushing and dragging. It's like almost like you're brushing. Well, with a paintbrush, not a brush. You see, saying because you're brushing it. But yeah, this lighter fur here. The shorter fur, you do still want to brush it. You want to get both sides. Very good. Very good. Look at that. So nice. Very nice. Getting these two after we get the other arm. Yeah, bam. All right, I'm gonna set that there. So we're almost done brushing first round. I suspect we'll have to do this 2 or 3 times to each part. Again, until it is dry to the touch. The leather paw pads can be wiped down with a paper towel. And again, be careful with the brush. You don't want to pop any stitches. Very good. And go with the grain. Go with the fur. Don't go against the fur. That's going to pull it out. And again, you're going to have bald spots. And do your best to work around the paw pads on the hand as best you can. I'm going to go and get the other one. All right, and we're going to go ahead and do the feet paws. I actually want to wear these more. These are like house shoes, you know, so maybe we'll get the chance. We'll see. I'll rock them. Maybe I can wear them more. Make sure, again, I said it before, but make sure we're doing this in a place that is ventilated because the isopropyl alcohol does have a rather disconcerting smell, and it can make you a bit woozy if you're susceptible to that sort of thing. So, brush the toes, the toe beans. Again, just do your best to work around. And I don't expect it to be perfect, but with the leather, if the stains have set, you'll have to put in a little bit of elbow grease to get into it. You may need to get your thumb in there to work some of the gross out of it, you know what I mean? So be prepared to do that. And it doesn't need to be perfect, but you do want it to look better. There we go. Especially around the edges. Ah, nice. Much better. Nice. Look at that. Look at that comparison. So here's before, here's after. Definite difference. Feel free to use a little bit of extra isopropyl alcohol on the paw pads to help get some of the grime out of it. Oh yeah. Now it's coming out. Very good. Everybody likes clean toe beans. All right, so by the time you have gotten through brushing through all of the parts the first time, by the time you're done with all that, assuming you have a setup similar to mine, it will be time to go over them again. And I will, as soon as I can find where I put my brush. There it is. Don't lose this. So yeah, go over it a second time, and perhaps a third, until it is dry to the touch. Brushing it will help it dry out just a little bit quicker. Again, it will help it to look better. All right, so finish our second brush, and we're gonna let them sit there for a little bit and air dry. They're just about done air drying, so I'll probably only have to do it twice. But yeah, doing this is super important. Like I said, it's going to prolong the life of your suit, and it's going to make sure you have the best looking and best smelling and best wearing suit that you can have. Now, depending on how much of a fursuit you have, it may take a little bit longer, especially if you have a full body suit, a lot of foam and padding and all that. You'll have to go through a couple of extra steps. But with a partial lemongrass setup like I have, it's actually a pretty simple process. And I actually have enough left over of our cleaning solution to give it one more go after the convention, which you should do. But anyway, guys, we're gonna let this air dry and we'll do some cool fursuit stuff, maybe a fursuit video, we'll see. But if you enjoyed this video, then let me know down in the comments, and make sure to like the video as well. And don't forget to subscribe, because we're growing our community here all the time. Anyway, guys, we're going to let this dry out, and I'll catch you guys next time. Bye.